Hi, so we're on page 10. 10, this will be the B part of page 10 because of the time ran out on the previous video. Okay. Alright, so we already spoke about G on page 10, and we said that you guys can just write that out neatly there. So I'm now looking at the next part of the work. Okay. It says calculate the value of the angles indicated by the small letters or the lowercase letters. Okay, so if you're looking at A lies here. Alright. So we say, okay, A plus angles plus 70 degrees adds up to 180. So A plus 70 degrees equals 180. Reason? Co-interior angles. Remember, when you say co-interior angles, you say which lines are parallel. Now, importantly here, there's no letters on these lines, naming these lines. So in this case, I can just say co-interior angles. Okay. However, if there was letters, we were then compelled to say which parallel lines you're using. 180 minus 70 is 110 degrees. So you put 110 there. Okay. B, as you can see, is vertically opposite. So B is going to be equal to 110 degrees. It's vertically opposite. Okay. As I've indicated before, I would have normally skipped the line between that there. But because of the space, I'm just going to write it one below the other. Okay, without skipping lines. It's 110 degrees. See, these lines are parallel. I think these lines have to be given parallel here. These lines have to be given parallel. So I can't foresee how you're going to calculate A here. Say for argument's sake, we say they had to be parallel. Then you can calculate if we won't be able to have calculated E or D. Neither C. Let's just check B. No, B was dependent on D. E is dependent on, no, we couldn't have. This has to be parallel. Otherwise, the diagram can't be solved. Okay. So we just enter those parallel lines there. So C, as you can see, C is corresponding angles there. So C is equal to 110 degrees. We got corresponding angles. Again, we don't have the names of the lines there, so we're not going to worry about that in this case. D, if you look at D, we have the alternate angles there. So that's 110. D is also 110. Why? Because there's alternate angles there. Okay. If you're looking at E, you can go in angles in a straight line, or we could have gone with co-interior there, or there. Alright? So E plus 110 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, why? Just angles on a straight line. Okay? So straight line. Alright? So E works out to be 70 degrees, which is that there. Okay? If you can go with angles in a straight line again, if plus 70 plus 70 is equal to 180, straight line. So F is equal to 180 minus 70 minus 70, 140, which is 40 degrees. So F works out to be 40 degrees. Okay. Again, we don't have to write it in there because that's the last letter on the diagram. Let's look at B. Okay. In B, we have angle A. So these lines are parallel here. So A is the same as this angle. Can you see here? There we go. Angle A is the same as 30, or angle E there. Can you see that? Those angles are alternate, so that's going to be 30 degrees. Alright? Angle B is the same as angle C. But angle B is also there. You see that alternate angles there. So B is going to be the combination of 45 and 30, which is 75. Okay? Let's look at C. C is the same as B, which is 75. D, go interior. Can you see that? It's a nice question. I like it. Right, so let's just lay it out quickly. So A is equal to 30 degrees Y. It's alternate angles. Okay? With BE being parallel to AF. Those were the parallel lines I used. Okay? So I put 30 there as I got. Then we said that B, can you see the alternate angles there? This angle here is equal to that angle. So B is equal to 30 degrees plus 45, which is 75 degrees. Why? Because alternate angles. Can you see the Z? With AB being parallel to CD. Okay? So this is going to be alternate angles again, with AB being parallel to CD. Okay? So that is 75 degrees. Alright. Now we're looking at C. So if we look at the F being formed here, the F lies like this. So this angle and that angle is the same. So C is equal to 75 degrees Y, corresponding angles. The F is being formed, the corresponding angles, and BE is parallel to AF. Those are the parallel lines we are using there. Okay? So that is 75 degrees. Let's look at D. You see that we got the co-interior angles here. You see that is the U being formed there. Can you see? So this whole angle here plus that angle adds up to 180. You see the co-interior angles there. Or you could have gone this way even. That's also co-interior angles there. Okay, but I already highlighted that. So I'm going to go with that. We say D plus 45 plus 30 degrees equals 180. Why? Because it's co-interior angles with EB being parallel to AF. Okay. So here we solve for D. So D is equal to 180 minus 45 minus 30. This gives you 105 degrees. Okay.